When it comes to luxury flooring, nothing beats the reputation of hardwood. But if you are looking to maximize your home's value, the choice between solid and engineered hardwood isn't as simple as it used to be. For decades, solid wood was the gold standard. But today's engineered planks are technologically superior in ways that might surprise you. I'm going to break down the ROI, durability, and the water resistance of both, so you don't make a $20,000 mistake. First, let's talk construction. Engineered hardwood isn't fake wood. It is a sandwich of real wood veneer over high-quality plywood or HDF. This construction makes it incredibly stable. While solid wood expands and contracts with humidity, engineered planks stay put. This matters if you live in variable climates. However, solid hardwood has one massive advantage: longevity. It is one solid piece of timber through and through. You can sand and refinish solid hardwood 3, 4, or even 5 times. It can literally last 100 years. Engineered floors? You might get 1 or 2 sands, max. Installation is another major factor. Solid wood usually requires nailing or stapling to a subfloor. It is labor-intensive and expensive. Engineered options often come with click-lock systems or can be glued down. They are versatile and can even be installed over concrete slabs, which you absolutely cannot do with solid wood. What about water? Let's be real, neither likes standing water. But engineered hardwood is far more resistant to cupping and warping than solid planks. Now the big question, resale value. Purists and high-end buyers still pay a premium for solid hardwood, listed in a real estate brochure. However, wide plank styles are trendy right now. To get a 10-inch wide plank in solid wood is unstable and astronomically expensive. Engineered makes that look accessible. If you plan to stay for 30 years, go solid. If you want the modern wide plank look and better stability for a renovation you might sell in 5 years, go engineered. Let's talk numbers. Generally, solid hardwood materials cost more €1, often 20 to 30% higher than their engineered counterparts. But the material cost is only half the story. Labor costs for solid wood are significantly higher. It requires subfloor preparation, nailing, and often on-site finishing. Engineered floors floating over an existing subfloor can save you thousands in labor alone. But what happens when life happens? If you have large dogs or active kids, you need to know about the Janka hardness scale. Solid hickory or maple is incredibly hard. Engineered floors depend entirely on that top veneer. If that veneer is too thin, a deep scratch reveals the plywood underneath, which is unfixable. This is critical. When buying engineered, you must check the wear layer thickness. You want at least 3 mm to 4 mm. Anything less than 2 mm is basically a disposable floor. Solid wood, however, will dent. It's natural, but many homeowners believe those dents add character and patina over time, unlike the artificial look of a damaged engineered plank. Both floors are susceptible to UV fading, but with solid wood, you can sand that sun damage away 10 years down the road. With engineered, once it fades, that's its permanent color. Another detail often missed, the grooves. Most engineered floors come pre-finished with micro bevels, which trap dust and dirt. Solid wood finished on-site is perfectly flat and sealed. No grooves to catch dirt. It is cleaner and looks more like a traditional, high-end estate. We've covered construction, but what about the species? This is where many homeowners lose money. 60% of US homes use red oak. It's durable, but that pinkish undertone can look dated. White oak is the current king of ROI. It's neutral, takes stains beautifully, and matches the modern organic aesthetic. If you are installing new floors today, white oak engineered planks are the safest investment. Then there is walnut. It is softer than oak, so it dents easier, but it screams luxury. In a high-end executive home, a solid walnut floor is a status symbol that engineered versions struggle to replicate perfectly. A warning: be careful with exotic species like Brazilian cherry. They were huge in the early 2000s, but their intense red color is very polarizing for buyers today. Stick to domestic hardwoods for better resale. Speaking of trends, the gray floor era is ending. We are seeing a massive shift back to warm, natural tones. Solid wood allows you to sand off that gray stain later. Engineered gray floors? You're stuck with them. Also, avoid heavy hand-scraped textures. They trap dirt and look artificial on cheap engineered products. A smooth or wire-brushed finish is timeless and much easier to clean. Let's talk about the number one way homeowners destroy their investment. Cleaning. Never, and I mean never, use a steam mop on either solid or engineered wood. The steam forces moisture between the seams. On engineered floors, this delaminates the glue, causing the top layer to peel off. On solid wood, it causes cupping. The only maintenance you need is a soft microfiber mop and a pH-neutral cleaner. If you treat them right, both floors can look new for decades. But what about accidents? With engineered floors, deep scratches are hard to fix. You can use wax sticks to hide them, but you can't sand them out like you can with solid wood. If an engineered plank is ruined, you have to cut it out and glue in a replacement. It's a surgical procedure. Solid wood is more forgiving. You can often just sand and refinish the damaged spot. Before we get to the verdict, consider the timeline. Solid wood needs to sit in your house for days to acclimate to your humidity before installation. Engineered is ready to go much faster. This speed makes engineered the favorite for flippers and quick renovations. Time is money, but for a homeowner, that extra 3 days for solid wood is a blip in a 30-year ownership. So we've covered the science, the species, the maintenance, and the money. Now let's put it all together for the final verdict. A huge mistake people make is trying to put the same floor everywhere without thinking about the specific environment of each room. Let's do a room-by-room breakdown. The kitchen. It is a high-traffic, high-risk zone. Dropped pots and dishwasher leaks are inevitable. Here, engineered hardwood with a thick wear layer is superior due to moisture changes. If your dishwasher leaks on solid wood, the planks will cup and buckle within days, often requiring a full tear out. Engineered planks can often survive minor floods if dried quickly. The entryway. This is where grit and gravel act like sandpaper. Solid hardwood wins here because when, not if, it gets scratched up, you can sand it down and refinish it to look brand new. The bedroom. Here, traffic is low. You can save money by using a slightly thinner engineered floor or a softer solid wood like walnut without worrying about heavy wear. The bathroom. I will be honest, don't put wood in a full bathroom. Humidity from showers will warp solid wood and peel engineered veneer. Stick to tile or waterproof vinyl here. Now, let's talk about the hidden budget killers. The biggest one, the stairs. Matching stair nose pieces for engineered floors are astronomically expensive €, sometimes 10 times the cost of a regular plank. With solid wood, a carpenter can make a nose from a standard board. This is a huge advantage for solid wood. The customization is endless and cheaper on complex staircases. With engineered, you are limited to the expensive pre-made trims the manufacturer sells. Another hidden cost, the waste factor. When ordering floors, you need to buy extra for cuts and mistakes. With engineered floors, every plank is perfect out of the box. You only need 5% waste. With solid wood, you need 10 to 15% because you have to cull out warped or knotted boards. And don't forget the glue. If you are gluing down wide plank engineered floors, the adhesive alone can cost $1 per square foot. That adds up to thousands for a whole house. Finally, the trim. Solid wood floors are thicker, raising your floor height. You might have to trim your doors or replace all your baseboards. Engineered floors are thinner and often fit under existing doors. One last annoyance, squeaks. Solid wood is nailed to wood. Over time, nails loosen and floors squeak. It's nostalgic for some, annoying for others. A properly glued down engineered floor is virtually silent. No squeaks, no creaks. If silence is golden to you, engineered takes the win. Let's look at the actual ROI data from 2024. Homes with hardwood listed €, whether solid or high-end engineered €, sold for 2.5% more than those with carpet or laminate.
Wow,
The catch,
it really is beautiful.
buyers can rarely tell the difference anymore. If it's a wide plank white oak, they just see luxury.
Wow, it really
They
is
don't check the
beautiful.
cross-section. This means you can get the same increase in home value with engineered wood for about 20% less upfront cost than solid. That is smart investing. The sweet spot for maximum ROI is an engineered floor with a 3 to 4 millimeter wear layer. It gives you the look, the feel, and the longevity without the solid wood price tag. So, to summarize the 9-minute deep dive: 1. Budget. 2. Refinishing capability. 3. Moisture resistance. Aesthetically, solid wood has a distinct advantage in grain variation. No two boards are alike. With cheaper engineered brands, you might see repeating patterns if the manufacturer only used a few source images for the veneer. This is called the repeating pattern effect. High-end engineered floors avoid this, but budget options can look artificial once laid out across a large room. Now, let's talk about where you can install these. Do you have radiant heating? If yes, solid hardwood is generally a no-go. The heat causes it to dry out, shrink, and crack. The same applies to basements or below-grade areas. The moisture from the concrete slab will ruin solid wood. Engineered flooring is the only wood option that works safely in a basement. Environmental impact is getting more attention from buyers. Surprisingly, engineered wood can be more eco-friendly. Because the slow-growing hardwood is only used for the top slice, one oak tree can produce 4 times as much flooring if it is made into engineered planks rather than solid. However, be careful with the glues. Cheap engineered floors can off-gas VOCs and formaldehyde. Always look for CARB Phase 2 compliance or Floor Score certification to ensure indoor air quality. Finally, the sound. Solid wood, when nailed down, feels and sounds solid. Floating engineered floors can sometimes sound hollow or clicky when you walk on them. You can mitigate this hollow sound by buying a high-quality cork or rubber underlayment, but that adds to your cost per square foot. Don't skimp on the underlayment. So, which one increases your home value? Here is the final verdict. If you are restoring a historic home or building a forever home in a dry climate, solid hardwood is the prestige choice that buyers respect. But for 90% of modern homeowners, high-end engineered hardwood with a thick wear layer is the smarter financial move. It offers the wide plank look buyers crave right now, with better stability. Just avoid the cheap stuff. Thin veneers hurt resale value. Thick veneers help it. If you're tackling a renovation, you need to see my video on vinyl plank versus wood next to Euro. It might save you even more money. Click right here. Thanks for watching.